It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Eagles going up against the Saints. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Again, it's Johnson. And now running right through it. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
There are so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hardy. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Detroit! Gone! Let's go!
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Montravius Adams able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there first quarter.
Yeah, help me out, because we watched tape together before this game, and we were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill to plays? It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like
rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Hicks. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes still clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there, and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Ryan Quigley on now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Finding some room at midfield. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big run there by Johnson. 51 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's trying to get into the top 5.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Now, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him, because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult, because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Hardy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Back to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
This is brought in by Hardy. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Saints are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Eagles didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Saints opening up on offense. Coverage breaks down here. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score as they take a 7-0 lead. Saints on 2nd and 7. The catch is made after a quick pass, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead now at 14. Eagles have it late in the second. Purdy's wide open, able to make the grab. And he ends up at the 14.
Now you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Jalen Richard, a first-half touchdown.
Detroit! Detroit! No, check. Patriots! Philly, here we go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
No, check. Patriots!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Philly, here we go! Over!
He'll look to to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A strong running. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That good for 22 and a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Michael Kendricks with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Watching that, Marty. Over. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Back out of that Philly. Here we go. Over.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Montravius Adams breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Detroit! Watching that, Marty. Here we go. Watching that, Marty. Back out of that Philly. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well,
Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a handoff, Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They go to Johnson again. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Dak Prescott, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to John Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 22. They'll set up a throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Preston Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Saints will have the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On third down, Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's hauled in by Hardy. A gain of 6 there on first. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he connects with Ertz. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps it off to Mixon. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Snead. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas.